Helping this morning at 6:46, that war of words between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. It all started with Musk slamming the president's spending bill in the Senate, and that got personal as the day went on. Scripps News Group's Stephanie Liebergen is live with us this morning to break down that back and forth yesterday, and dare we ask where this goes from here?
Hey, Blaine, good morning. Well, it was just 1 week ago that the two were in the Oval Office and they were heaping praise on each other. A very different relationship played out on social media yesterday. It was a few days ago that we first saw the public posts from Elon Musk criticizing the big, beautiful bill. He continued those criticisms yesterday, calling it a disgusting abomination and saying that House Republicans should be ashamed of voting to support it. But then as the post continued, as the number of posts from Elon Musk on X grew yesterday, he got into a bit more personal territory, claiming that President Trump is involved in the Epstein files, and that's why they haven't been released. Of course, that has not been verified in any way. And then also suggesting that President Trump should be impeached and replaced by Vice President J.D. Vance. President Trump, for his part, his initial comments in the Oval Office yesterday when he was there with the leader of Germany, relatively measured, saying that Musk is upset about changes to the EV, electric vehicle subsidies, also saying Musk is upset by the president deciding to move away from Musk's preferred nominee to be the next administrator of NASA. Then on social media, Trump went on his Truth Social and threatened the SpaceX federal government contracts, saying that the country could save billions and billions of dollars if those were just canceled. That certainly got Musk's attention as well. So it was really just almost hard to keep up with back and forth between the two yesterday, and who knows how many posts, I don't dare try to count, from Elon Musk on X, on his platform. It's unclear whether the two are going to reconcile, what their relationship looks like going forward from here. When Musk left his government service last week, he said he wanted to remain a friend of the president and remain an advisor. Certainly at this point, it is unclear whether that is going to happen. I think a lot of people probably checking X, probably checking Truth Social a little more than they normally would on a Friday morning, Blaine.
Yeah, I think when it comes to covering politics these days, you miss a minute, you miss a lot. So Stephanie Liebergen and the Scripps News Group, thank you so much for keeping us up to date.